Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. So this week I have another grocery haul for you and some meal prepping. So I've just started off by buying one box of baby wipes and one packet of toilet paper. Now I normally stock up a little more on both of those, but people have started panic buying in our area again, so I've just made sure to only grab one of each just to make sure I'm not part of the blame for the shortages in the shops. And then I've also grabbed 2 packets of these nappies. That is one thing that I find myself going to the store just for those because we've run out, so I thought I would grab 2 of those so that I definitely don't need to run out for just nappies. It is such a pain to do, especially in lockdown when we're trying to prevent doing that. I've grabbed one big packet of Just Right because that's my favorite cereal at the moment. I've grabbed a box of Nutri-Grain and 3 boxes of this Messy Monkeys chocolate flavored. My toddler loves those at the moment and the boxes are so small, so it's always good to grab a few of those. We have also stocked up on some ravioli and some tortellini. Now we always, when I say stocked up, I don't mean like panic buy and stuff, but like we always have a good stock of that. We eat it about 2 to 3 times a week, so we like to make sure we have lots in the freezer. The tortellini, I've grabbed some ham and cheese flavour and some veal flavoured. Then I've grabbed 3 packets of this double garlic bread. We like to put that in the oven with some oven pizza, just nice and easy weeknight meal when I can't be bothered cooking. At the moment I'm cooking a lot, so pizza is probably at least once a week at the moment too, and some mozzarella cheese. We put that on the pizzas as well, and I'll also be using that in some quiches I'm making this week. I've grabbed some lettuce, some spring onion, some apples, some bananas and a punnet of strawberries. And then I've grabbed some bacon here. They're for the egg muffins I just mentioned, the quiches that I'm going to be making. I'll be using 1 carton of these eggs in those, and then I've also got another carton there just for like baking and breakfast throughout the week if we just want something a little different. And then I have grabbed a packet of these wedges. We're going to be having loaded wedges for lunch one day this week. Looking forward to that. I haven't made them before, but I've had them at a restaurant, so I'm going to try and replicate that. I've got some sour cream for that and some sweet chili sauce in the cupboard, which will be going on top, as well as cheese and bacon. And then the other sour cream will go on some loaded potatoes we're having this week, which we had some leftover potatoes last week, so we'll be using those. And the other sour cream will be going on tacos. We also grabbed a box of this crumbed fish. That's just for another easy meal during the week. Some ice cream, just 2 litres. That will be gone before I know it. I grabbed 2 4-packs of these spring waters that I love at the moment. I got some orange and passion fruit. That's the best flavour I have tried yet. And some lemon and lime for when I just feel like something a little bit lighter. Also grabbed myself a block of this Smarties chocolate because why not? I deserve a treat. You know, this lockdown's difficult for everybody. And then I grabbed 3 litres of milk. I grabbed some bread. I grabbed 2 loaves of white bread and 1 loaf of raisin toast. Me and my toddler are both loving that at the moment, so that's going quite quick. I grabbed a spicy butter chicken jar because we are having that this week, and also it was half price. We have a couple in the cupboard, but I just grabbed another one because it was half price. I grabbed a kilo of those chicken fingers. They are so much better than nuggets. There's more chicken, real chicken in them, so we love them. I grabbed 3 packets of these Ritz biscuits. My baby loves snacking on them at the moment, and they're just handy to have around. And I grabbed 3 packets of this pepperoni. That is also to add on top of the oven pizzas when we feel like it. It just loads them up a little bit more. They can be a bit thin when you buy them and just have them as is, but it just gives it that little extra flavour as well. So they can freeze really easily, so we just chuck them in the freezer and add them when we need to with some mozzarella cheese and some barbecue sauce. It just makes them so much tastier. I've also grabbed some of this shaved turkey to put on sandwiches during the week. I love some lettuce and cheese, and I've got some beetroot in the cupboard that I'll also be adding to those sandwiches. I've got half a kilo of chicken here already diced up for me so that I don't need to touch it because I hate touching raw chicken. That will go with the butter chicken jar that I've brought. And also I've got a kilo of beef mince here. So half of this will go on the loaded potatoes that I mentioned I'm going to be making this week, and the other half will go on tacos as well. So I'm also going to be meal prepping some of this in this video, so please stick around for that, and I will also add the price on the screen right here.
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust, memories and frame a past we simply left
So here I'm just adding some olive oil to a pot, and then I'm going to be adding the whole kilo of beef in. And then once that's all cooked, I'm going to drain off the excess fat and oil, and then I'm going to just add in my spices, and that will be cooked and ready for the 2 meals I'm using it for this week. If I sometimes I do this and I don't get around to eating the other meal that I had planned, it will last 3 to 4 days in the fridge anyway, but if I haven't eaten it by then, I just chuck it straight in the freezer, and yeah, it's good to go whenever I want. I just defrost it from that morning in the fridge, or I just put in the microwave or reheat it in the pan before we eat it that night.
And free, and you know everything about me. So wild and free, and you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me. You know everything about, you know everything about me.
And the last thing I am meal prepping this week is some egg muffins. So for this, I am just cooking up some bacon, diced onion, and some peas. I normally add spinach to this, but I thought I would use peas for a change, just for a bit of a different flavor. And also, as you will have seen in my previous recipe videos, I like to buy my onion pre-diced because it is just so much easier, time saving, and I really hate cutting up onions, so it's just a win-win for me. And then I've just added the peas in there as well. Once that is all cooked up, I then go ahead and pre-spray my muffin tin and add 12 eggs to that. I normally pre-whisk the eggs in a separate bowl and then pour them into the muffin tin, and in that case I normally use about 6 whole eggs and 4 egg whites, but in this case I have decided to just crack 1 egg in each hole and whisk that up a little bit, add the extra ingredients and then the mozzarella cheese on top, just so that I know how much egg my toddler is getting, especially and also for myself. I like to eat 2 eggs a day, so I know if I'm eating 2 of these, I'm getting that whole 2 eggs. And then I'm just going to put them in the oven on 180 for 25 minutes, and they should be cooked perfectly. Now, you've probably noticed I haven't added any milk into these muffins. I've shared a recipe before on my channel where I've made mini egg muffins with spinach, and I've also added milk in those ones. I will leave the link to that video in the description box down below, but I haven't added milk to these ones because I've recently learnt that they freeze a lot better without the milk, and also they also drop quite a bit if you add any liquid to them after cooking them in the oven. So I have decided to not do that so that they stay a bit more puffy.
I've broken all my rules that I made for you. I made some boundaries that I cannot respect. And when you show your face the way you always do, then these 4 walls around me I cannot protect. Yeah, it's hard, the time it took to not need me anymore. Life moves by, but I'm still holding on. No, it gets better when you look at the time, but it's something I hold for the rest of my life. And just another regret, just another upset. After such a heartbreak, you're just another mistake. Still I think about all that we've done. Can you take me back to when we were young? I play my hand at trying to replace you. My friends tell me that I've got nothing to lose. I pray that I can win this game for 2. That's when I
These turned out delicious. I just ended up adding a little bit of sour cream to the top and some spring onion as they were a tiny bit dry, probably on my by my fault. I probably cooked them a little bit too long. But if you try this recipe, please let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. And if you're new here and you like cleaning motivation, recipe ideas and grocery hauls, please consider hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching.
break it, just another mistake. Still I think about all that we've done. Can you take me back to when we were young?